morning, St. Elmo's Fire. I am driving to Chicago today to volunteer at a food bank. The volunteer thing is actually part of the Hello Harto tour, a tour set up by Hannah Hart of My Drunk Kitchen. I mentioned Hannah Hart in this video right here, Adult Lessons. She's the host of My Drunk Kitchen on YouTube. With all of her success with YouTube, she decided to take her drunk cooking show on the road, and so she's touring all over the US, as well as Canada, as well as New Zealand. She had this Kickstarter to fund this tour, and those who donated a lot to the campaign have the pleasure of having Hannah film a My Drunk Kitchen in their house. One of the stops on the tour is Chicago, and of course I had to come down. One of my favorite people to watch on YouTube, Honey Person. That's what I would describe Hannah Hart as. She's just terrible puns that just you can't help but laugh. This tour that she's doing, she's not just making it about herself. What she's doing is the second part of the tour is she's trying to gather people together to volunteer at food banks, which is awesome. So what I'm doing today is I'm heading down to Chicago to volunteer with Hannah and 100 people, then donate to food banks. So I have my food in the car and ready to donate.
After finding a place to park in downtown Chicago, I brought my bag of food to the Catalyst Ranch, where I was happy to find lots of food donations from other volunteers. We were shepherded into a room where we had some time to get to know each other.
Ocean and Amanda, Terry,
Then Hannah entered the room, where she thanked us for our donations and entertained us with stories from the tour and her impressions of Chicago. There was a lot of talk about meth and wind and pizza. Naturally.
Should I do meth? No, don't do meth. It says it right there, all right.
She then opened up the floor to questions like,
how did you meet Hank Green, John Green, Daily Breeze, and Mary Hart?
After taking a group photo for Hannah's Instagram, they had us line up so we could meet with Hannah one-on-one. When I made it to the front of the line, I got to hug the surprisingly short Hannah and get my picture taken with her. Pretty awesome.
Hello, we are St. Elmo's Fire. My name is Hannah Hart, and I just wanted to say that this is giving you a pun for your money.
Since I was in Chicago, I took a walk around the city and found myself drawn toward the Bean, the popular sculpture in Millennium Park. Watching all the people take photos with the sculpture, it got me thinking about people like Hannah Hart and how internet celebrities differ from traditional celebrities. Traditional celebrities like Brad Pitt are known for their work, not their personality. It's interesting that we celebrate these sorts of people, because it's hard to relate to someone who we will never get to know personally. Internet celebrities are different. People like Hannah Hart choose to share snippets of their lives with the world on a regular basis. And even though the person portrayed in our computer screens is a heightened version of that person, it feels like we're getting to know them on a personal level. To me, the Bean was a metaphor for the internet celebrity. We gravitate toward the Bean because we can see our reflection, a part of ourselves in the Bean. It's human nature to be drawn to people in whom we see parts of ourselves, even if it's a slightly stretched or heightened version. We're drawn to people like Hannah. We like to think of ourselves as funny and charming and generous and likable, and the online personalities we gravitate toward exemplify those qualities. And that was the vibe I got at today's event. The people who came out to meet Hannah were excited to meet someone in whom they saw a friend, someone to grab a beer with and sit on the couch together, watching Doctor Who while laughing at each other's stories. I could never see myself doing that with Brad Pitt, but with someone as relatable as Hannah, I definitely could.